In the quiet tension of a locked room, our minds replay the echoes of relationships that trap us, not with chains, but with invisible architecture. Today, we're stepping into the blueprint of what I call the architecture of the bond. The intricate design that makes leaving a narcissistic relationship so difficult. The trauma bond, built from unpredictable cycles of reward and punishment, is more powerful than most realize. When you're entangled with a narcissist, you're not just in a relationship. You're the battery powering a system that feeds off your emotional energy. To leave, you must do more than walk away. You must learn to stop being the battery. Let's begin by understanding how your disengagement is the first act of revolution. The narcissist thrives on reaction. Your joy, your pain, your outrage. Grey rocking is your first shield. Picture a stone unmoved, unremarkable. When you become emotionally unresponsive, you deprive the narcissist of their fuel. This isn't about becoming less human, but about strategic self-preservation. Respond with the bare minimum, monosyllabic answers, neutral expressions. The narcissist may try harder at first, but eventually, their attention will wander. There's quiet power in emotional neutrality. It's not suppression, it's containment. The less you give, the less they take. Over time, grey rocking starves the system. The narcissist's tactics lose effectiveness, and their ability to destabilize you wanes. Becoming grey rock is about protecting the parts of you that deserve to heal. In narcissistic dynamics, every detail you share is potential ammunition. The information diet is about starving the system, feeding it nothing of your private thoughts, feelings, or plans. You choose what to share and with whom. Restricting access to your inner world fortifies your emotional security. The narcissist may escalate probing questions. Hold steady. Share only what is necessary, nothing that exposes your vulnerabilities. Protect your story, your dreams, your struggles. Every withheld detail is a thread cut from their web. The narcissist may accuse you of being cold. Let them. Their discomfort is not your emergency. Each day, you reclaim a little more autonomy until your life is yours to narrate. Imagine yourself in a glass-walled observation deck, high above the emotional storms below. The narcissist's outbursts become data points, not daggers. This is the power of emotional detachment. You observe patterns, but do not participate in the chaos. Pause. Take a mental step back. Ask, what does this behavior reveal about them and about the system I'm leaving? You become the scientist of your own experience, not its captive. The more you observe, the less power the narcissist has to shape your reality. You are no longer a participant in their drama, but a witness to their patterns. Detachment is the conscious choice to value your peace over their chaos. Hope is powerful, but in the architecture of the narcissistic bond, misplaced hope can be a prison. Radical acceptance is the moment you stop waiting for the narcissist to change. You release the fantasy, and you grieve. This is not the loss of optimism, but the birth of clarity. You may mourn the relationship you wished for. Allow yourself that grief. But do not let it tether you to an illusion. Radical acceptance means seeing the narcissist for what they truly are. You accept that the only variable you can change is yourself. When you let go of hope for change, you reclaim responsibility for your own healing. The bond begins to loosen, thread by thread. Acceptance is not giving up, it's making room for what can be. No contact is the gold standard of liberation. It's more than blocking numbers. It's erasing the energetic bridge between you and the narcissist. You unfollow, unfriend, block, and delete. Resist the urge to check their feeds or respond to messages. This is not avoidance, but protection, an act of fierce self-love. At first, no contact can feel brutal, but every day you remain disconnected, your nervous system recalibrates. The addiction to their attention begins to wane. There will be tests, flying monkeys, dramatic gestures. Hold the line. No contact is not about punishment. It's about reclaiming your peace. In the silence, your life begins to hum with possibility. After no contact, the narcissist's network, enablers and mutual connections may try to breach your boundaries. These are the flying monkeys. Build a firewall, filter out anyone who relays messages or pressures you to reconnect. Set clear boundaries with those you cannot cut off entirely. If they persist, limit interaction. Your peace is not up for negotiation. The firewall is both digital and emotional, a refusal to let the system reboot through back channels. Every protected boundary is a brick in the new foundation of your freedom. For those who must remain in contact due to children, parallel parenting is your path. This is not co-parenting, it is the business of logistics. All communication is functional, emotionless, and documented. Keep interactions brief and factual. Use written communication whenever possible. Do not engage with provocations or emotional bait. Focus solely on the needs of your children and the logistics of their care. Your detachment is protection for them and yourself. Over time, parallel parenting weakens the narcissist's ability to destabilize your life. Gaslighting is a key tool of the narcissistic system, warping your perception of reality. The way to combat this is with a truth log, a private record of events, conversations, and your feelings in real time. Write down facts as they happen. Save emails, texts, and voicemails. Over time, this log becomes your North Star, cutting through the fog of manipulation. When you are accused of overreacting, you have a clear record. The act of documenting is empowering. You reclaim authority over your story. Your truth log is the antidote, the proof that your experience matters. Once the architecture of the bond begins to crumble, you may find yourself faced with an unfamiliar silence. This is your opportunity to rediscover who you were before the system claimed your energy. Reclaiming your narrative means reconnecting with your passions, interests, and dreams. Start small. Revisit old hobbies, reconnect with supportive friends, or spend time in places that bring you peace. Your identity is not lost. It is waiting to be remembered. The narcissist may have rewritten your story, casting you as villain or victim. Now, you become the author. This is not just healing, it is creative renewal. You are more than your wounds. You are the sum of your choices and resilience. The system no longer defines you. Your story is yours to tell. The journey to freedom from a narcissistic bond culminates in the moment you realize your canvas is now yours alone to paint. You are no longer a recovery project, you are a masterpiece in restoration. This is the quiet, fierce joy of autonomy. You notice the absence of chaos, the presence of possibility. Every boundary you set, every truth you documented has led you here. There may still be moments of doubt or longing. These are echoes, not anchors. Celebrate the small victories, each time you chose peace over drama. Your energy now fuels your dreams, your passions, your future. As we close this journey, remember, the architecture of the bond was never yours to maintain. With each strategic exit, you've reclaimed a piece of yourself, resilient, wise, unbreakable. Your healing is not a destination, but an ongoing restoration. You are learning to live for yourself again, to paint your story in colors no one else can choose. The future is not a test, it is an invitation. Your story is waiting,